Hello, my name is Lente, you call me Lente, and welcome to this video. And in this video I will show a build that I've made. It's just kind of a missing link between the two styles which I'm going with, which is the flying sea creatures theme and the oriental building style. And if you guys remember from a video I made in the past, I said that I had troubles connecting the two together because these flying sea creatures are really big compared to the houses, which are more steep sized. So I had to get creative a bit, and yeah, I built something which connects the two up, and there you can see this kind of the basic build. And it's a warehouse slash dock type of thing. And I can drop in the dolphin for scale. As you can see, it covers it pretty much. And yeah, I will just show a few things about this build. We have a ramp here where people can get on top of the dolphin, and I will assume that if they want to travel somewhere on the back of like one of these dolphins, then I assume that they want to sit on top of something. It's actually still a problem that I have. Where do I need to place chairs on top of these things? Or yeah, that's still have to come up with a solution for that. But anyway, they can also carry goods, and that's also why there's a net underneath this dolphin. And that's also why this is a warehouse thing. And we have a series of like balcony type things where they can yeah, just get the stuff out of the net, I guess. And if you guys remember in the video as well said that they would use these dolphins for hunting fish, and let's say that they capture some fish and put them in a net underneath. They can drop them off in a dock here, drag them up here, and then assume that they can process the fish in this hole, or they can store stuff here, because here's another space with some emptiness, and here we have another hole. Yeah, there's just a lot of angles one can look at this building. And I do apologize for the frame rate, which is a bit low, and that is because on the other side of the mountain are a whole lot of cobwebs, and it tanks my frame rate quite a bit, which I do apologize. But where was I? Oh yeah, so this is a storage dock facility kind of. We have this water leading in, and the only reason why when I put this build in the terrain, or let's really start at the beginning. At first I was definitely like struggling. I had no real idea what I was going to do other than just supersize one building to make it fit the size of a dolphin, and that's when I made that flying one over there, which is, come to think of it, like 2/3 the height of this one, which I put in the terrain. But once I had that building, I put it on a mountain ridge, which was here, and I could use this sort of cliff face as a natural way to get this height difference bigger, greater. And yeah, at first I connected these builds up with the terrain. This is why there's so much stone underneath here. And then I thought, well, we have this build on the ridge here, but it's just one build in this natural terrain, which is kind of yeah, it didn't seem like really a thing. It was kind of it was structure building. The connection between was kind of really clean. That's something I don't like. I like my stuff to blend, and usually I start by building on the spot and then make a build fit the terrain, but this time I had no clue what I was going to do. So instead I made a floating island just on top of there, and I made the build before. And if you're going to connect up a build with the terrain, then you might want to get a bit more creative when you try to make them connect better. And this is also a reason why I put this waterway in here, sort of aqueduct thing, and connects up here. And let's say they cut up fish in this hole, so then they can wash down any blood and guts and whatever. And yeah, that's what they could use water for. And here's the exit again. It actually leads to nowhere. It just goes around the corner here. Purely aesthetical feature. But what goes in must come out. So yeah, other than that, we have like this sort of medieval crane. This is a design which the only change that I made was this half slab arm kind of, but the design itself I think is from July last year, so it's a really old build of mine, but it's rugged, it's big, I think it's pretty cool, and I like it. I still like it. That doesn't happen very often. There are builds of mine which I still like after months, and this crane is one of them. It is. I made it after a render of something, of an actual medieval crane, and this copy is pretty much perfect, but I can't really work out how the physics of this thing would work. This kind of looks like a hamster wheel, but yeah, I've absolutely no clue how this thing would operate, which makes it all the more interesting, because I built it off an image and it looks spot on, but how it works, no clue. Anyway, the road leading up to here, it is very nice, gently curved, and because on this side of the build I had this quite steep drop, and working it out with the train, a nice smooth road was kind of, yeah, the height drop was too quick, too fast, so instead I made a really kind of stylized, perfect curving road. I might actually do a tutorial on this, because it's just basic with some world edit and some guidelines. You can make really kind of stylized, perfect curving roads. And one of the really things which I didn't intend but was like great, if you just walk up this road, and let's assume that you're like any person, you want to stay on the center of the road and you stay centered, and when you walk up you just see this building peek through the trees, and as you follow the curve of the road it just slightly changes the angle which you look at it, which gives really something dynamic to this build, I think, and I really like that. And it was not something I clearly intended from the beginning, it was just an happy accident. And that's also the one thing with building, yeah, you can't plan for everything, but if you see an opportunity, take it. Well, this path leads up to, I think these entrance things, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm just recalling this from memory, and that says something, this is like one of these Chinese entrance thing. It is for a town or something, has to do with war and stuff. I have no clue, but I know that I don't use this in the correct manner, culturally seen, I think. And this is something sacred, I guess. But for me, it's just a decorative feature. Doesn't mean much. What we have here, this is kind of a pagoda style thing. When I placed this build, I had this massive stone thing here, and I wanted to break it up and attract attention to something else. So I made this bridge over, again really stylized, curved, and led it up to this pagoda. I was doubting whether I would turn it into a lighthouse, but the lighthouse would kind of be overpowering and again make it not blend too much. So I went with this pagoda design, which is like the top dome of the pagoda over there, which I showed in a video, I think. I'm pretty sure I did, at least the exterior. And yeah, and this time I hollowed it out and did something with fences, decorative again. And this is supposed to look like a I'm not sure how it is called in English, but let me just pronounce a Dutch word in English and hope it's the correct one. A gong, if that's the thing. Just a disc of metal which they hit with one of those hammers and sounds. So yeah, that's one of these things in a pagoda style thing. And if it's not called a gong, then someone say it in the comments for everyone. And yeah, it's just, what can I say more about it? It's quite a blocky building actually. If you look past all the just little distracting things which I intentionally put on to distract from the fact that it's just quite a squared blocky building. It is quite a square blocky building. And so yeah, what I just basically did, at first this building was completely blocky, and then I thought, well, let's build a gate here and let's put a roofy thing above it. Let's do some decorative walkway things here, and then I thought, okay, well, this corner is also too dull, let's also do a decorative thing here and roof here, and so that's how I went all over the facade of this building. And usually this is something I try to avoid because I think it's quite cheap to do it like that. Usually when I start building something, I know what I am going to build, and I plan for it sort of in my head, and yeah, it's pretty much execution. That's what I do in game, and when I see one opportunity to get a better end result, I take it. But usually I quite have this picture in my head how I'm going to work it out pretty much, and this is one of the things where I didn't have it. And at the base of the building, you as the viewer will probably not notice it as much, but because I've built it, I just see this still as a blocky thing, which is kind of unfortunate. Also, I use quite a lot of arches again because I really like arches. Something people might have noticed if they watched my videos. But yeah, I'm not, this don't look all too oriental to me again. But I think that will be my addition to this whole oriental style. I'm probably going to use more arches as others would have, because I really like them. And it also brings in a more European twist, Eurasian, I guess, Oriental, Eurasian. But now I'm starting to drift off and start to ramble. So that's pretty much like the build that I've been working on for a bit, for over the past, let's say, I think this build took me about 8 hours because I tried a lot of things. And then I do a lot of handwork and a lot of I keep destroying things and then try it differently, and that's really my process, breaking down stuff and building it up again. Anyway, over like this video has been due quite a while actually. Well, people like the Let's Build videos, I think I haven't done one for 2 weeks or 3 almost, and that is because I've been world painting. I've been world painting quite a lot. I've been working on 3 maps and none of them are published yet, but 3 big maps, and I've probably spent like, I don't know, 30 or 40 hours just world painting over the course of the last 2-3 weeks. So I have been busy, and I've made these for a server. I'm not sure when they're going to be out, but when they do, I will notify you all. You can check it out what I've been working on while I wasn't making videos. So hopefully you'll think it was worth it. The kind of the me being taking a break from building. Now, it's for me personally, it was kind of, yeah. I just the day before I picked up. The day before yesterday, I put this build on top of this ridge, and then I started building on it again, and it felt really good again. That's just because I took a break from it pretty much, and now I'm in the vibe of things again, and we will pick up the pace. So yeah, I will do more Let's Build videos again. We will, like, we have a few of these basic houses. I think I will do 2 or 3 more, get some variation in again, and then I will probably create a bunch off camera, and then we're going to get them into a sort of town setting. I need to in the easy Asian house video of the Let's Build. I said that I currently am just in the stage of using really basic things, and I hope that I can get more something interesting, something, yeah. I need to get some inspiration for that. Anyway, I will do a video on these curvy roads, because I think that's a neat little thing, trick to show off. And yeah, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like this build, because yeah, I think it's pretty safe to assume that most of you think, oh my god, this is cool. That's just basically because there's a lot of different things to take in, but once you look past all these little fiddly bits, then you can see it's pretty much a blocky build, and it's pretty boring. Yeah. Okay. Wow, I'm ending this video for the 3rd time, but this time it's real. I want to thank you for watching this video, and have an awesome day.